TravelingMel.com.
Hello and welcome to Glacier National Park. Actually, Glacier Waterton or Waterton Glacier International Peace Park. It's two parks on the border of Canada and Montana, way up north. And we are going to show you some of our favorite things to do in Glacier National Park. Now, clearly we can't get everything on this video because there's so many really cool things to do. So you're going to have to check the blog for the rest of them. But for now, let's go check out some of the best things to do in Glacier. One of the things you can do in Glacier National Park is come up to the northwest corner to this little town of Polebridge. It's really cute. They have a great mercantile with huckleberry bear claws and a cute little saloon. There's a restaurant and a hostel you can stay at. So if you need to spend the night somewhere before trying to get a campsite up here, this is a great spot to come. Or just get a dessert or a beer or something. Spend the night in Glacier National Park. It's one of the best ways to see the place. You can stay in a campground. They don't take reservations, so it's a little sketchy trying to get a spot, but if you get here early, you probably will. Or you can make a reservation a year ahead of time or so at one of the lodges. And be forewarned, it is buggy, especially this time of year. When you come to Glacier National Park, one of the things you have to do is visit some of the lakes. They're beautiful and they're big and there's little ones and they're in the mountains and they're down low. And even if you just want to check out the reflection of the mountains in the water, it's worth coming. And you probably can't avoid seeing some of the lakes anyway. Also really fun is to bring a paddleboard or an inflatable kayak or a non-inflatable kayak. Just make sure you get them inspected at one of the park ranger stations for invasive species. Because if you come somewhere like Bowman Lake, like we did, and you drive all the way up here without getting your inflatable rolled up paddleboard inspected, you can't use it on the lake, which is a little bit of a bummer. But it's still beautiful, even if you don't have anything to float on. When you're in Glacier, you should probably stop at one of the visitor center. They're in kind of all the villages, and you can get lots of good information about the park and look at interpretive displays. Oh my gosh, this Lynx is so soft. And you can get the Junior Ranger books there if your kids want to do that, or if you do. There's no age limit. And there also are some nature centers where you can do some hands-on interpretive activities for all ages as well. So we're gonna check that out and go get our Junior Ranger stuff. When you come to Glacier, one of the things you're gonna wanna do is stop in one of the villages. And there's a lot going on here. It's kind of crazy. It's not a wilderness experience, don't get me wrong, but you can go to the visitor center, you can rent kayaks and paddleboards, you can rent bear spray, there's general stores so you can buy anything you forgot. And there's lodging, of course, but you would need a reservation way ahead of time. Don't show up and expect to stay here. But you can also get ice cream, and that's why we came to Apgar Village.
Get huckleberry ice cream at Apgar Village.
Your first time or a subsequent visit to Glacier National Park, you're going to want to drive the Going to the Sun Road. It's this really beautiful road that traverses the park from west to east or vice versa and goes over the Continental Divide at Logan Pass. It's windy, it's narrow, you can't be longer than 21 feet and it's closed to bikes between 11 and 4, but you get these really spectacular views. Wildlife watching is something you should definitely do in Glacier National Park. Right behind me, there's a big mountain goat. So wildlife in the park, as I was saying, some of it's really easy to see, like the mountain goats, especially when you come up near Logan's Pass. Some of it's a little harder to find, but it's all worth looking for. come to Glacier National Park, you should probably see a glacier, but you better come quick because they're expected to be gone by 2030. Because of human-caused climate change, the glaciers are pretty rapidly melting here. However, you can still see a few. So there's Jackson Glacier behind me. You can see right from the road. It used to be a lot bigger than it is now, of course. You could hike to Grinnell Glacier over in the many glacier areas, and there's a few others in the backcountry. I think there's about 25 left. Most of them take a kind of a longer hike to get to. So you can see this one up close, and like I said, get here quick. They're going fast. One of the great things about Glacier National Park is that you can get around on the shuttle, as you see right there. And sometimes they're crowded and you can't get on. You might have to wait for a second one, but it's a great way to do a through hike, especially like we're gonna do today, where you can get on in one place and then hike and then catch it in another place, and it goes all the way across the park and it's free. One of our favorite things, my favorite thing, maybe Anders too, is to go hiking in Glacier National Park. And there are a lot of trails. Some of them are super crowded. The one we're on right now, the Highline Trail, pretty crowded. Avalanche Lake, Iceberg, Grinnell, they're all really crowded, but it's because they're so beautiful and so easily accessible. There are other trails in the north and the west that are less crowded, a little less spectacular, but still beautiful, and you get to beautiful lakes. Great thing about hiking in the park is that you can take the shuttle, so you can do a through hike, take the shuttle to drop you off at one point and then pick you up at another. So that is pretty cool. So go hiking! Thanks for coming with us on our Glacier National Park adventure. We hope you had as much fun as we did. And we will have all the details on how to plan your own trip in the blog, including like where to stay, what to do, where to hike, everything you need to know. And we hope that you will give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment. Comments are super helpful. Tell us if you've been to Glacier and you have other ideas that we haven't talked about here. And share this with your friends. That would be great. And we will see you next time. Or maybe we'll see you right now if you want to check out one of our other national park videos, like our Yellowstone video, our Valley of Fire State Park video, Death Valley. We love the parks.
Just keep going.